again. Now, if you watch my introduction of my new Forever channel, you'll probably read the description and you would know that I said that I'm gonna teach you your first song on the guitar. So I know that we need to start from the very basics, but I thought to make it more fun, I thought I should teach you your very first song that you could learn, and then we move to the basics. Now, you might be wondering, what's the keyboard here if I'm going to teach the guitar? Well, imagine this song. Imagine that song on the guitar. That song is the one I'm going to teach you. It may sound really hard, but it's actually much easier if you keep practicing. Now, it may be hard, but it won't be boring, so let's start. Now, to start off, I'm going to teach you how this will sound like as soon as you learn and practice. If you practice a lot, then you could end up sounding like this. Now that's how you would sound if you practice song. So let's start the video and you'll be learning fast and easy. So to start this off, I'm going to teach you step by step. To start off, I'm going to teach you the first part, which goes. This part's actually much easier from the others if you practice, because then you'll memorize it easy. So let's start. To start off, you need to memorize the name of every string. A fun way to learn is to name each string into a sentence. Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. Get it? Anyway, you must make sure every string. Now, we gotta make sure that every string is in tune. So, this is how the first string should sound like, which is the thickest string. If it does not sound like that, pause the video and tune in until it sounds like that. Then the one below should sound like. Going below, you should go. Now that's how your string should sound if you want to get it right. Now let's start off with the basics. To start off with the basics, you need to use the first two thinnest strings, which is to start off with the first part. Now, you see these are called the frets. Each fret will make a different sound. You see that it gets higher and higher and the frets get smaller and smaller. Now we're going to start off with an open string. Now at this string, you go to the fourth fret, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you have to pluck 5 times if counting this. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now as soon as you get that, you play an open string right here. Then you go over to the third fret, 1, 2, 3, and you go, and you go. So you move a pawn, and you go. Then you go to the first fret, which is the very first one, and go. So you get. Then you move over. I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. Then you go over and you go to the second fret and go. So if you don't remember those, go back and practice them until you can get this. Remember, first time it's 5 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open, 3, 1, and 2 below. The next part will go. Now that one's actually easy because it's like playing a chord. A chord is when you strum all the strings when your fingers are holding down all at once. Like this, for example, is an A chord. It's gonna be easier because when you go, it's like playing a chord. So because you're putting all your fingers down and you're strumming like that, but you don't strum fully, you only go down slowly. Remember that? You don't go fully, you only go slowly. Now, start off with this. You put this finger on the second thickest string, which is you put your fingers right on the second thickest string and you use your third finger to go on the third fret. Then you use your second finger to go on the string below it and go on the second fret. Then on the first finger you go to the one up below it, which is one of the third thinnest strings, and you put your first finger on the second fret too. And if you strum that, you get. Then you play an open string, which should be the B string, an open B, and you get. Then the next part you just move up by one step. So you put your fingers here, which is where you started off, and then you move up and go right to your left or right. I cannot tell mostly. And then, which should make your third finger on the your third finger on the second fret on the top right here, right above these two, and should make it go. Then you just put your second finger on the first, and then your first finger on the first fret, which you go. Now on the part that goes, you just play an open string and then your first finger. Then you should get. Then you just play the beginning again, which is. And then it changes, so you put your third finger here on the second fret. Then your first finger, you skip a string and go to the one above it, so you go. Then you play open, so you get. Then you use your second finger and go right to the second fret. If you can remember all of that, if you cannot remember all of that, play back so you can keep practicing. If you practice, you should at least get this. Then to end it up, you go quick and easy and play the open string right here. Then you play first finger, third finger, and then you just play these two notes after, like, and you get. Then you put your first finger on the thinnest string. Then you open it up. Then you put your third finger back where it was. Then you play the open string again. Then you just go back to the third fret, and you go back to first finger on the first fret. So you get. And then you return back to. And then you just go onto the 12th fret at least. You cannot see, but you just count the frets until you're at least to the very last one that's not touching the actual guitar. Then if you keep on practicing that, if you don't remember some steps, please go back. If you keep on practicing, you should get it. Now, if you practice this off, then you'll be getting that, and you can master that on song. I hope that with this easy tutorial, it may seem long, but it'd actually be faster if you try it yourself.